down for some Friday night action. It's the Warriors, it's the Hitmen. The Warriors jam away. How did Peter stop that? Turning his Lolliker. He scores! Let the teddy bears fly. Harper Lolliker, your 22 teddy bear toss goal scorer. Bounces towards the Calgary net. Knocked in. They score! Josh Hoekstra bats it out of the air. Home run. Savvy driving. Seatman trying to hold on to him. Backdoor. Firkus scores! Oh! What a play by Martin Rysavy. And Jagger Firkus finishes it off. And the Warriors take a 3-0 lead. Side Reich along with Hoekstra. They score! A wrist shot high in the zone by Ben Reich. Did Josh Hoekstra get a piece of it? And it's a 4-1 Moose Jaw lead. Rysavy behind that. I try to make the centering pass. It comes left circle. Ulrich backhand scores to make it a 5-1 game. Cross ice left circle. Korzak over to Firkus. Waits back to Jagger. Scores! Oh! What a passing play! Braden Jagger finishes it, and the Warriors score on the man advantage. Floated to that, deflected. Rysavy picks it up, scores! Martin Rysavy's first goal of the season, and the Warriors now lead it 7-1. Warriors back in. Brendan, left circle drive, scores! Well, the Warriors keep the pressure coming. This time it's big Lucas Brenton that gets into the scoring, and the Warriors now lead 8-1. Max Warner, right circle shot, save made, rebound, poked in, they score! There's Martin Rysavy's second of the hockey game. They followed that up with 2 more goals in the first. They added 6 in the second, and they will skate to a 9-2 win, their biggest offensive output of the season.
Seconds left in the period. Tigers trying to hold on here. A shot, Firkus backhand, Calvert scores. Warriors keep that alive. Firkus to the top of the slot, lets one go and scores. Come on, Jagger with Firkus. Braden Jagger scores.
With just 2 games to go before the Christmas break, the Moose Jaw Warriors are aiming to finish strong this week. Hello, I'm Marc Smith, and welcome back into the hangar for tonight's meeting between the Warriors and the Spokane Chiefs. We have plenty on tap here for the pregame show on IKS Media Warriors Live. We'll start by looking back to last weekend. The Warriors had a lot to celebrate on Teddy Bear Toss Night last Friday, cruising to a 9-2 win over the Calgary Hitmen. Martin Rysavy finished with a goal and 2 goals and 5 points in that game, while 14 different players found their way onto the score sheet. The Warriors followed that up with a 6-3 loss in Medicine Hat on Saturday, which puts their record at 19-11-0-0 this season. Tonight, the squadron welcomes in the 5-20-0-1 Spokane Chiefs, who have dropped their 2 games in Winnipeg and Brandon to open their East Division road trip. This is the first road trip to Moose Jaw for the Chiefs in 1,523 days. For more on tonight's matchup, let's head down to the Warriors locker room, where I caught up with head coach Marc O'Leary. Speaking with Warriors head coach Marc O'Leary before tonight's game against the Spokane Chiefs, last weekend, kind of 2 games where one where the bounces went all your guys' way, and then the next game, none of the bounces seemed to go the team's way.
Yeah, that's a pretty good assessment, I think. You're going to have games like that, but the big thing for us is making sure that our work habits are consistent, and I thought they were for both games. You're going to have games like in Medicine Hat where I thought we had one of our best starts of the season, and you weren't rewarded for it. But I thought we remained positive. We stuck with the game plan in the end, and at the end we didn't come up with the win.
On Friday, pucks going in the net with a lot of depth coming through in that game. How nice is that to see, and how big is that for the team?
Well, that's what we're going to need the further you go into the season. There's nights like there was in Med Hat where you need some secondary scoring, and it was nice to get that against Calgary. When we're playing at our best, we're rolling 4 lines 5-on-5, and that's what we got in that game, and it's fun to score goals.
Now Spokane comes in. It's a team we haven't seen in a long time, like much of the U.S. division. What are you expecting out of them here tonight?
Well, they have some young skill for sure. They're a little bit different spot in terms of their development. They're rebuilding here right now, but sometimes that just means they're a little bit more hungry. So it'll be a tough test for us, and really I'm looking for that same start that we had in Medicine Hat. I think if we do that, we give ourselves a chance.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks to Warriors head coach Mark O'Leary for joining us here on the pregame show. When we come back, we'll catch up with Warriors forward Atlee Calvert, get his thoughts on last weekend, and look ahead to tonight. That's next here on IKS Media Warriors Live.
Is it time to take your event online? Bring it to IKS Live. We've got a fully customized virtual event platform with remote guest support for your next fundraiser, talk show, conference, performance, and more. IKS Live offers live streaming to Facebook Live and YouTube and pre-recorded capabilities, both in our studio with green screen available and on location with pre-production and post-production services. Visit us at ikslive.ca.
Hit the road, Sask, and always come back to see more and more and more and more. Hit the road, Sask, and always come back to see more. Hit the road, Sask, and always come back to see more and more and more and more. Hit the road, Sask, and always come back to see more. And more and more and more and more and more. And more and more and more and more and more and more and more. Yeah!
We're continuing to count down the puck drop here on IKS Media Warriors Live as the pregame show continues with another interview here as we head back down to the Warriors locker room to hear from Atlee Calvert ahead of tonight's game. Speaking with Moose Jaw Warriors forward Atlee Calvert before tonight's game against the Spokane Chiefs, let's first talk about last weekend. Kind of 2 games where you guys had a lot of chances in both games, capitalized on them in one, and the other one maybe bounces didn't go your way.
Yeah, I mean, I think that sums up the game. I think the one game, everything seemed to find its way into the net, and the other game, it was a little tougher to find the back of the net. So, I mean, we'll learn from it, we'll get better, and we'll get ready for these 2 games.
Is it just about staying consistent with it, too, because you guys knew you were generating stuff?
Yeah, I think you just got to stick with it. I mean, it's so cliche, but, yeah, I think you just keep doing the right things and doing the little things right. Eventually, they'll find the back of the net.
Last week before Christmas, the Christmas break, how important is it for the team to try to finish on a high note here with these 2 games?
Yeah, I think we're not taking these 2 games easy at all. I think we want to win both of them, obviously, and yeah, going to the Christmas break feeling good about ourselves.
Not much. You don't know much about Spokane. What's the key against them?
I think just play our game, focus on ourselves, and if we play our game, I think we can play with anyone in this league, obviously.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you to Atlee Calvert for joining us here on the pregame show. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for these 2 teams. We'll start with the Moose Jaw Warriors, who will have 17-year-old netminder Jackson Unger in net. Unger missed the last weekend's games with illness. He's back and in the net here tonight. He's got a 5-6 record in 12 appearances this season with a .384 goals against average and an .875 save percentage. He was also named to the top prospects game this week, so congratulations to him. We'll hear from him along with Braden Yeager, who was also named to that game, coming up in the second intermission. Let's on the back end for Moose Jaw, it is the tandem of Lucas Brenton and Logan Dalheniuk, the 19 and 20-year-olds. Brenton with 2 goals, 12 points so far this season, while Dalheniuk has a goal and 10 points on the year, still looking for his first point with the Warriors since being acquired in a trade with Edmonton last week. Up front, Braden Yeager centers a line with Jagger Furcus and Eric Alry. The dynamic duo of Yeager and Furcus leading the Warriors in goals and scoring right now. Furcus has 18 goals, 40 points on the year. Yeager, 18 goals, 37 points so far this season. Eric Alry on the other wing, 5 goals, 19 points this season for Moose Jaw. Martin Ryesavi is scratched tonight for Moose Jaw. He is away with Czechia at the World Junior Hockey Championships, so he's already made his way out to the East Coast. For the Spokane Chiefs, they will start Dawson Cowan in net. He has a 4-5 record in 10 appearances this season with a 365 goals against average and a 900 save percentage. The back end duo will be Mac Gross, 4 goals, 6 points on the year for the 20-year-old from Swift Current. He's paired with Will McIsaac, 2 assists on the season for the Vancouver product. Up front, it is 2 Saskatchewan guys and a Manitoba kid for the Chiefs here tonight. At center, Blake Swetlowski, 2 goals, 12 points for the Regina product. On his other wing, Cade Hayes, the former Moose Jaw Warrior, making his return to the friendly city. The Atona Saskatchewan product has 5 goals, 12 points this season as a 20-year-old. And the other winger will be Grady Lane, 2 goals, 3 points so far this year for the Verdun Manitoba product. So it'll be a lot of local products on the ice. A lot of probably Spokane Chiefs fans in the crowd as they make their way through the East Division for the first time since 2018 is when they were last here in October of that year. So it's been a long time since the Spokane Chiefs have been here in Moose Jaw. It'll be exciting to see what these two teams can do. A lot of young talent on the ice for both sides. Spokane obviously struggling so far this year, but they have a lot of skill and they're going to work hard. So they're going to make a tough night on the Warriors if they hope to come away with 2 points. Should be an exciting one. Let's head down to ice level where the pregame ceremonies are underway.